Rejections from our past really affect us because, well, at least for me, rejection, it often steals the best of who I am by reminding me the worst that's been said to me. I remember right after college, I thought that my boyfriend that I'd been dating the whole time that we were in college, I thought he was about to ask me to marry him. I was so excited. He drove down to where I was living, and it was my birthday, and he took me out to this really nice dinner, and he was acting super nervous. So I was like, for sure, he is totally gonna ask me to marry him tonight. And I was so excited. I couldn't believe my mom had kept it such a secret. And we ordered our meal, and I could tell, he was just so nervous. And so I was trying to make him feel more comfortable. I reached across the table and held his hand, and I was telling him how excited I was to spend my birthday with him. And all of a sudden he paused kind of in the middle of dinner, and he said, "Lisa, I have to talk to you about something." And of course I'm like, "Yes?" And he said, "I've met someone else." And honestly, the words slammed into me so hard. At first, I couldn't even process them, because for me, it was more than him just breaking up with me. It was him making a statement about me. You know, I had already planned such a future with this guy. I had already dreamed of what our kids would look like. I'd named the kids. I'd practiced writing my first name with his last name. And so it was the death of all of those dreams. But more than that, it was almost like the death of who I thought I would be. And I remember his line, "I don't want to date you anymore." That line that he said almost became like this label that stuck on me. So it wasn't just that he didn't want me, it was that I wasn't acceptable. And then that label eventually became a liability in all future relationships that I had, because I walked around thinking, when are you gonna break my heart? And I always was having two conversations in my head. I would think about the actual conversation I was having with this new person that I was starting a relationship with, but I would also have the conversation in the back of my mind is, always look for the triggers, always look for the signs, always look for the clues that he's gonna break your heart, and you break up with him first. So it became this liability. The line that he gave me, that ex-boyfriend, became a label that then became a liability. And honestly, all these years later now, even though I've been married for nearly 25 years, still I can find times where rejection steals the best of who I am by reminding me the worst that's been said to me. So what do we do about all of that? For me, I have to make the decision to live loved. I have to wake up every day and say to myself, Lisa, you have a choice. You can either find yourself walking around begging others for scraps of love, or you can receive the love that God has for you and bring the fullness of that love into every interaction that you have. Because when you live loved, you're not looking for people to reject you. When you live loved, you're looking to accept them, to love them, and what you have the opportunity to invest in them. And suddenly the sting of rejection goes away. It's still there, still part of my past, but I don't have to be a slave to the hurt that it caused me all those years ago. Now I can say rejection, it doesn't steal the best of who I am. Rejection reminds me to bring the best of who I am and love other people, to walk into situations and say, I am filled up with the love of God, therefore I have everything to give.
Hey guys, Jeff here. If you don't know who I am, this is my YouTube channel. I like to interview people that have influenced my wife and I, Lisa being one of those. The reason I got to interview her is her amazing book, Uninvited. If you're watching this in August, that's when it comes out. If you're watching it after that, it's already out, so go get it. But I just figured it's amazing, so why not tell them a couple sentences about it and where to find it.
Thank you. Okay, so the book is called Uninvited. The subtitle is Living Loved. When you feel left out, less than, and lonely. And really the whole book is about how rejections of our past are affecting our present day relationships more than we even realize. And so yeah, I think this book will be, I wrote it so that it's not like this deep,
the cover's very Pinteresty, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I like it.
It's not like this deep, heavy, like, rejection, because that's not a fun topic, but it's really all about finding the space where you can live loved, even in the midst of the reality of rejection. So that's what the book is about. You can get it anywhere books are sold. You can get it at my ministry's website, proverbs31.org, or anywhere else. Amazon, Barnes & Noble.
Yes.
Lifeway,
It's 2016. It's not hard to find a book, I guess.
ChristianBook.com, wherever.
Exactly. So that's all we got. Check it out. I'll put links down there. This book is fire. Make sure to read it. Peace.